What are we looking for today, anyway?
Zoe Ball is a legend of British television and radio, with a career spanning over 30 years.
I tell you what, Natasha's mum, we're going to send you our very own cuddly carrot.
She made a name for herself fronting some of the biggest TV shows of the 90s.
Hey, it's Friday, it's 7:30, it's still #1, it's Top of the Pops.
I've been really blessed with the jobs I've got to do, from The Big Breakfast, Live and Kicking, and then to go into radio.
Zoe was the first woman in broadcast history to helm both the BBC Radio 1 and 2 breakfast shows, before stepping down in 2024.
We lost my mum last year, and it really made me step back and look at the bigger picture and reevaluate what's important in my life. Nellie, my daughter, is 15, and I just want to be mum and be around for her before she's grown up and off out in the big wide world like her brother, Woody. If you were doing, look, Shakespeare Day.
Shakespeare Day?
Yeah. Isn't that like... My kids are really keen to know if we are Brits through and through. Is there any Viking? Is there any pirates?
Maybe they were what they called Morris dancers.
We sort of joke that we're convinced that we come from a line of wrong-uns.
Zoe's dad, Johnny Ball, is the iconic children's TV presenter of the 70s and 80s. Famous for shows like Play School and Think of a Number.
You've got to multiply 8 by 9, you fold the 8th finger down, and the answer is 71/2.
And then we were out and about, people would be like, Johnny, you all right, Johnny? Think of a number, la, la, la. And he was always so brilliant with people, chat away, and he always used to say to me, so it's just a job. And he's right, it's just a job. It's just people know your face. As a teenager, it was quite embarrassing.
Zoe's parents, Johnny and Julia, divorced when she was just a toddler.
I think with things being a little bit tricky, and they both met new partners, it was decided at some point that I would stay with my dad. And it was pretty tough. I didn't see my mum for about 14 years, which is a long time for a kid not to see her mum. And then when we did connect again when I was 18, there was a lot of making up to do. Hang on.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't remember ever meeting my mum's mum. Her name was Margaret, but everyone called her Peg. For a time, she was in, I guess it would have been called an asylum in those days, because she struggled with her mental health. Families are fascinating because there are stories families tell and there are stories that get hushed up. So I'd be quite keen to find out more about what happened to her. Almost pulling back the curtain. It could get quite emotional for me because my mum was really excited about the prospect of us having a good dig into the past. This has actually looked really quite good. I feel like it's even more important now. I'm really sad she's not here to learn these things, but wherever she is, you know, she's with me here in my heart.
Zoe is starting with her dad Johnny's side of the family. She has come to her childhood home in Buckinghamshire to see what he can tell her about the history of the Balls.
Dudley! Hello. Oh, it's cold out. Oh, look at that. Look at that lovely 70s bowl haircut.
You look very happy.
I remember that garden because I had a paddling pool and I had a little Wendy house,
Yes.
they were called
Oh,
in those
yeah,
days, a
yeah.
little playhouse, and I was in that Wendy house day in, day out.
Absolutely, yeah. But then we let you back into your bedroom.
Eventually, I fell out back in the house. Oh, look, there he is. My granddad Ball and my nana. So Anne and Dan, your mum and dad. Look at his cheeky smile, even there.
I know. My dad would have been
a brilliant stand-up comic. And that's, in a way, where I got it all from.
And he used to really make me giggle. You can see why, like, Stan Laurel always reminded me of Grandad.
That's right.
There was that lovely, gentle
to do that.
humour, and he would do that all the time.
And it was exactly Stan Laurel. It was, you know.
And Nana, and I remember her mashed carrots. Do you remember she used to mash carrots
Yeah,
and you hated them, and I loved those mashed
my dad
carrots.
used to say, you know, my dad used to say, good heavens, 10 o'clock and no cabbage on. Because at the weekend, the cabbage used to go on by 10 o'clock and you'd have lunch at 1. And that cabbage had been boiling away till there was nothing.
Nothing of it.
All that time.
And you get that smell. So what about Grandad's family then?
He was one of 5 kids, but the saddest thing of all is Dad's mum died when he was about 4, so he never really knew her.
So where was his mum from? Was she from Lancashire?
See, so all the Balls were from Bolton, but she was a McMenemy, and she came from Glasgow.
No.
Yeah, but that's all we know.
I've never heard this before.
By my grand. You can't really know.
I've never heard this.
Well, yeah, but I don't even remember her first name.
Should we see if we can do a bit of research? Daniel Ball. And what year was he born?
1908.
1908. Where was he born?
Bolton.
Bolton. Right, here we go. Census for England and Wales, Bolton, Lancashire. Should we look at that one?
Yeah, so this is 1911. William Ball.
My great-granddad. That's Dan's dad. Oh, look, he was a coal miner. And look, there we go, Catherine Ball. So that's my great-grandmother.
Yes.
And your grandmother.
Yeah.
And then we have Effie Ball, daughter. Goodness me, there's more. There's more Balls.
Well, these are the yeah.
Did you know there were that many? 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
thought there were
5,
3,
6.
4, 5 of them.
And there is Daniel Ball. There's Grandad.
Yeah.
Look, so he was 3.
Yeah.
Catherine Ball.
Yeah.
So we've got her age, 41.
So can we work out when she was born?
Okay.
Dad's 3 here, so
Yeah.
she was 38 when he was born.
Yeah.
So 38, and he was born in 08, 38. 1870, I think she was born.
It's good to see
so
the
we're looking
genius at
for
work there. I'm really glad you did the maths. 1870.
19 was old.
Dad, this is so exciting. Scotland Roman Catholic Parish baptisms. Glasgow.
Glasgow, there you are.
There's quite a lot. It's quite hard to read the writing, isn't it?
Catherine, there it is.
There she is.
There it is.
Born to
Daniel.
Daniel
Is it Daniel McMenemy?
McMenemy.
Which should explain Dad's name, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And is that, what's that say there? Does that say Euphemia? This is brilliant.
Don't.
Hang on. So they are my great-great-grandparents?
Yeah.
And where do they live? So 7, is that Landrecy
Might be.
Street? Is it? I'm absolutely thrilled about this. I've got to go there.
Zoe has discovered that her great-grandmother on her dad's side was called Catherine McMenemy, and that through her she has Scottish ancestry. She has come to Glasgow, where Catherine lived with her parents, Daniel and Euphemia, Zoe's great-great-grandparents, to see what she can uncover. Zoe is meeting Glasgow historian Peter Mortimer on Landrecy Street.
Peter.
Zoe, welcome to
Really?
Glasgow. Lovely to see
I'm
you.
so excited to be here, to find myself in Landrecy Street. How much is left from the time that Catherine would have lived here?
None of it would have been here. Brigton was a very industrial area. Let me illustrate that with this map.
Let me get my specs on, Peter.
And we are stood here.
There it is, Landrecy,
Landrecy Street.
OK. It's so busy. There's a lot of buildings around here, and I can see Greenhead Mills, the cotton mill, power loom over here. Gosh, just so many mills.
This is into the middle of the 19th century, following on the coattails of the Industrial Revolution. Glasgow was booming.
So can you tell me about my family and how things were for them around that time?
I think we can.
Look at
And
this.
This is a document of the 1871 census.
So you've got 5 Landrecy Street there. Number 7 Here we go. And there's oh my goodness me, there's so many names here. What? This is all in one building. And then we finally have Daniel McMenemy, Euphemia, and there she is, Catherine, my great-grandmother, living in this house with all these other families.
There would have been 11 families and upwards of 50 persons.
How does that work?
Like many in 19th century Glasgow, Zoe's great-grandmother, Catherine McMenemy, lived in what was known as a tenement house. Over 4 floors, these buildings often contained as many as 12 flats, each one made up of just a small living room and kitchen for the whole family. In the poorer tenements, there was only one shared outdoor toilet. With overcrowding and poor sanitation, disease spread quickly. Many of Glasgow's original tenement houses remain today. So Peter is taking Zoe to get a sense of what they were like.
Yeah. So do we know any more about Catherine? Did she have siblings?
Yes, and the first of them was Euphemia.
Oh, not after her mum?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, we have Register of Death in Scotland in 1872.
That's correct.
Oh, no. Euphemia McMenemy. Oh, goodness me. Does that say 19 days? Oh.
She had a brother
Yeah.
called Peter.
Oh, it's another Register of Death. So Peter McMenemy, 3.5 months.
Yes.
Whooping cough.
Today, very treatable.
Yeah.
Back then, took a lot of lives.
Dear Peter. So it's only by reading documents like this that we even know that
Yeah.
they existed at all. It really does show how tough
How fragile
life
life
was.
was.
Yeah, fragile.
Unfortunately, the bad news did not stop with the babies.
Okay. Oh no, Euphemia. Oh gosh, this is Catherine's mum. Is 29 years old when she dies. And her cause of death was...
Cysis,
What? Cysis?
better known as tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis, okay, TB.
Yeah.
And was TB, I'm imagining, sort of rife at that?
Yeah, and living
Time.
conditions, poor living conditions contributed to this. And Catherine's only 5 or 6 by this time.
So who would look after Catherine after her mum's death?
Let me shine a light on that for you.
Okay.
This is another document. This is a census from 1881.
So hang on. Oh. So this is a few years later, and we're at the school board district of Paisley. So has Daniel moved? What has happened? Catherine. Ah. Catherine's here. No mention of her dad. Lodger. Hang on a minute. She's 11 years old. Helen McMahon is the head of the house. She's living with her son, Daniel, her niece, and Catherine is a lodger. The McMahons. So is that a relative? Or she's just been taken in, or she's adopted, or...
I just don't know.
Today's suddenly taken a bit of a turn. The excitement of finding out that my great-grandmother, Catherine, was from Glasgow, coming up here and finding out where she lived and a little bit about her life. Suddenly that story's become very, very sad that this little girl has lost 2 baby siblings, and then her mum, my great-great-grandmother, Euphemia, is gone at just 29 years old. Where does that leave Catherine? And what has happened to my great-great-grandfather, Daniel? Where has he gone? Has he shacked up with somebody else? Is he still alive?
To solve the mystery of how her great-grandmother, Catherine McMenemy, came to be living as a lodger with Helen McMahon at the age of just 11, Zoe has come to the Mitchell Library in Glasgow to meet genealogist Morag Piers.
OK, so what we can confirm is that we found her dad in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh,
In
right.
Edinburgh, which is 60 miles from Paisley.
Yeah.
And he's working there. It wasn't unusual for fathers. There wasn't nurseries, there wasn't daycares. The child would be sent to live with some other relative so they could carry on working to earn a living, because they had to, he had no other option. And having looked into this further, we can confirm that Helen is actually in a relationship with Daniel McMenemy, and this Daniel here is their child.
So the family line carries on. And he met someone else after losing his wife, who was so young.
It seems so, yes.
So for Catherine, I mean, it could be complicated, but for Catherine, she, having lost 2 siblings, she now has a baby brother.
Half-brother, yes.
Half-brother,
and so
yeah.
she's in the household with her
stepmom?
Stepmom and her
Okay.
half-brother.
Oh, I don't know why, but I find that quite comforting.
Yeah,
that she is still in a family.
Absolutely.
Of
He's not
sorts.
abandoned her.
He's not abandoned her. Oh, I knew he was a good man. I did. I knew he was a good man. Okay, something else that interests me here, and I don't know, as I look at Catherine here, it seems that she has a job there.
Yeah, so it says she's a half-time starch worker. So half-time means that she's part-time in the textile mills and part-time at school. It doesn't really mean half and half. It's probably more skewed towards the working.
So what would happen next for Catherine?
OK, well, I'm afraid it's not a very happy story.
Oh, there's been a lot of tragedy in this
well,
story
there's more
so
to come, I'm afraid.
Oh, gosh.
Because not long after this census was taken, both Helen and Daniel died.
Gosh, yes.
She's lost again.
Another sibling.
Another sibling.
And her stepmom.
Yeah. So, but we do pick her up a few years later. There's a bit of a gap in the records, but the next record I've got to show you is this one.
Okay, so here we have a copy of the entry of death. So here's Daniel, my great-great-grandfather, Catherine's dad.
Yeah.
And he was 40 years old when he died, and he had laryngitis. Gosh, you know, I mean, laryngitis now common.
I know.
For us. I often get laryngitis.
Yeah.
You go to the doctor, give you some antibiotics, and you're better. Oh, Catherine McMenemy, present at the death. So she was with him when he died.
Yeah. So at some point between the between the 1881 census and this death in 1889, they've come back together. And did you notice where it was registered, the death?
In Bolton, at the county of Lancaster. So it all starts to come together. I'm really sad that he's died so young, because 40 seems so young,
is very young.
There is such comfort to know that Catherine was back with her father and was there for him when he passed away. So somehow they have both moved to Bolton.
And I think that's probably work connected. Because Bolton, like Glasgow, like Paisley, big industrial centre, industrial revolution, lots of textile mills, and there's work there.
Do we know what happened next?
Well, we do, and I think you might have seen that before.
OK, yeah, this is the census of England and Wales, 1911. And here is William Ball. They've been married 21 years. So she will have married William not long after
a couple of years after
her dad. It's such a relief, but she had some joy.
She did.
In her kids. And there he is, my granddad, Daniel, there, who was the little one. And she died quite young herself, didn't she?
She did.
Oh, bless her heart, to leave all those kids behind. And she'd have been very proud of my granddad. He was a wonderful man, so joyful. I want to have a massive cry. It's really moving.
It's quite overwhelming.
It's so moving to see these people just, oh. What a gift to have learned about Catherine and her life growing up in the tenements in Glasgow, a life that we knew nothing about I think the Balls will now wear that with pride, that we have this strong connection to Glasgow and that we have Scottish blood running through our veins as well. I like to think that Catherine's strength and resilience is something that passed down through her kids and is then passed on generation to generation. And, you know, we think sometimes that our lives can be quite tough. You look back and think, we're so lucky.
Having explored her Scottish roots through her dad's ancestors, Zoe now wants to find out about her late mother Julia's side of the family. Zoe never met her grandmother Peggy. She remembers her mum saying that Peggy spent some time in a psychiatric hospital.
So these are boxes that have come from Mum's house that we've cleared out. Photographs, family albums, scrapbooks, all sorts of treasures. Now, this is my mum, bless her, with her little toy dog. It's unmistakably my mum, because that smile and those bright, sparkly eyes and the perfect turned-out hair. She never lost that look. And here, Julia, aged 9, taken in Christmas 1958. So this is my mum on her wedding day with her mum. So this is Peggy. It's quite strange looking at this picture and then sort of hearing that she'd had mental health issues. And you look at this lady here and she just seems like a real lovely lady who's very happy to see her daughter getting married. So, you know, was she well? Was she not? You know, I have no idea. Now, my mum talks a bit about this, and if I'm right, this is the house where my grandma, Peg, went to work in service. Does it say on the back? Littlewood Park, Alford, what happy days I spent here. As a nursemaid. Went there in 1928. Now that's gold, isn't it? And is this her? Is this my grandma? Right, here we go. Now we're finding out stuff. Margaret Bramwell Minto. I've heard the name Minto mentioned. OK. This is Peggy. So she was Margaret, born 15th February 1913. This was taken on her 21st birthday. What happened to her? This lovely, gorgeous young lass.
Keen to find out more about her grandma Peg's story, Zoe is travelling to the northeast, where her mum grew up. She's meeting historian Dr. Vicky Long at the University of Newcastle.
Nice to meet you too. Shall we head in?
Today, then. Amazing building. So, Vicky, this is Peg, my grandmother, my mum's mum, and I know very little about her. I do know that when she was quite young, she was in service in this house as a nursemaid.
So I've got this document to show you, which is the 1921 census.
So there is Margaret Minto, my grandmother. Looks like the eldest of 4 kids. Here, she's 8 years old. We have Edward Minto, my great-grandfather, head of the family. He's 32. So he's working as a coal miner. Oh, gosh, he's out of work.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of the pit villages, you're seeing men experiencing long-term unemployment for years on end.
So if Peg's in this situation at home, there's no money coming in, she's the eldest, she's going to have to go out to work, but maybe that's a bit of a relief as well for her to get out of this household. It says on the back here, 1928, so she'd have been about 15.
That's it.
Which seems very young, but that was quite normal.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got an idea of her early years. I know she went on and married Bill, my grandfather, who was a policeman, and she had 3 daughters. The only other thing I really know about Peg is later on in her life, she was in an institution.
So we do have her medical records from that time, which I have here.
Gosh. There's a lot of her story in these pages.
It really gives you a sense of how complex
her case was. Date of admission, 1963. Diagnosis on admission. Now, what does that say?
That says acute mania.
Mania.
We move on to the next page.
For some months, the patient had been excessively extravagant with money, living above her means and running up large bills unknown to her husband. Oh, my goodness me. At Easter, she visited her daughter in Lancaster and then was accused of shoplifting. Oh, Peg.
Yeah.
After the summons, she became disinterested in home and self and fell asleep at every opportunity. She was exhausted. This continued until the day before the hearing of the case. Oh, my goodness me, so she's up in court as well. Oh, when she suddenly changed and became cheerful, OK, she then began to express grandiose ideas and behaved in a very abnormal way. When she gave evidence in the afternoon, she was very confused and was admitted to Shotley Bridge Hospital. Patient described how upset and depressed she had been after her eldest daughter and husband and baby went to Lancashire.
Yeah.
So she's left at home with the youngest, my mum, who's 13, who's the only one at home.
It kind of makes me feel sad for Peg, but also
Peg.
makes me feel sad for your mum as well.
Yeah,
And your daughter
absolutely.
left at home.
As an adult, it's hard
Yeah.
to know how to look after someone who's going through a mental health crisis. So as a 13-year-old girl, yeah, both of them, I really feel for them.
Yeah.
It's kind of fascinating, isn't it, that here is a lass who came from a very impoverished working class family, goes to work in a house for some very wealthy people. So she's suddenly surrounded by, you know, all that grandiose behaviour. So later on, she's probably a little bit confused. She's seen the good life and she wants a bit of that herself.
If we maybe go to the next document, Zoe, we get more of a sense, perhaps, of Peg's own voice about where that kind of grandiose label might have come from.
Dearest Dorothy, John and family, we want you to join us on a trip to Norway. Oh, dear. I know you've always wanted to go there. Just fly up, pet, because I've just won a lawsuit against Woolworths. Oh, this is the stuff my mum would talk about. You can go with us for as long as you like. Barbara Hutton,
the Woolworths heiress,
will be footing the bill. Where have you found this letter?
I think the reason we have this letter
Yeah.
is because it's in the medical record.
Okay.
And the reason it's in the medical record is because it wasn't sent.
It's not been, no one sent it,
No.
yeah.
And they're typically held back like this when they're seen as evidence of someone's...
What's happening
someone's
inside her
symptoms.
mind, yeah. OK. It's an amazing demonstration of what it is like inside someone's mind who's going through something like this. My mum told me that her dad would take her to visit her mum when her mum was in this hospital. Now, how would that be as a young girl visiting a situation like that?
It must have been really daunting for your mum to make those visits, but it probably was really good for Peg to see her daughter.
OK.
It's unusual, actually, in that it's still functioning as a psychiatric hospital today.
Vicky has brought Zoe to St Nicholas Hospital in Newcastle, where her grandmother Peggy spent a period of time in the 1960s.
So my mum would have come here to visit my grandma in this very place.
Yeah, this hospital. If we look at this document, it gives us more of a sense of the symptoms she was displaying while she was in St Nick's.
It says she still has times when she has plenty of energy, is on top of the world, and other times she feels tired, depressed and sleepy and everything feels horrible. So looking at this, it does look a little like bipolar, perhaps, disorder.
We don't have her in front of us, and neither of us are psychiatrists, but it does align more with that diagnosis.
So what are the kind of treatments that she would have had while she was here and the medicines they would have given her?
So we've got here paraldehyde, basically a kind of heavy-duty sedative.
You're just dulling it?
You're dulling the level.
And what's this one here?
So this one is Largactil. Largactil is unusual because it's the first sedative that actually does help to dispel those symptoms of psychosis. It's the first effective antipsychotic medication. So I have a bit more information. So this is a record for ECT treatment, electroconvulsive therapy.
See, this is the thing. I kind of sort of dreaded the idea that she would have gone through this.
So this is quite confusing, but what we have here are indications that she's been given both a muscle relaxant and an anaesthetic. The anaesthetic obviously puts patients briefly out of consciousness, and the muscle relaxant means that you just don't see any kind of real visible convulsion taking place, so that risk of damage to muscle, to bone, to painful clenched jaws goes.
So it's a more, so it's less brutal.
Yeah.
But I'm still intrigued. Did it work? Did ECT work for patients?
People have mixed experiences with it, but many people did find it was a really effective treatment for depression, that no one quite knows why and how it works.
But it did seem to work.
It did seem to work. Would you like another letter from Peg?
I'd love another letter. Is there Barbara Hutton in this letter? Bless her. Oh, OK. Dear Dr. Lawson, I will be unable to keep my appointment on Thursday, January the 14th. My daughter in Lancaster has to go into hospital, and I'm going down to look after my 2 little granddaughters. She's sounding really well here, isn't she? Will you please kindly make me another appointment? I have a supply of tablets, and I'm keeping very well. Oh, Peg. Have been busy knitting Julie, my youngest daughter, 2 jumpers. I wonder if my mum still had those jumpers. And on with cardigans for Kim and Tracy. They're my cousins, Kim and Tracy. So they're June's 2 girls who she was going to look after. Wishing you all the best. Yours sincerely, Peggy Anderson. I'm really happy to hear she's doing well. My goodness me. Oh, Peggy, bless her heart. I'm so relieved that she was okay again. And see my mum's name in there as well, you know. Oh, thank you for showing me that.
It's such a different letter, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And if it was sort of something like bipolar disorder, would she have gone in and out of treatment through the rest of her life?
Yeah, so we do have further records, and there is this pattern of short admissions and discharges. I do have one more document for you, Zoe.
Bless her. Here we are. On the 5th of August, 1979, a hospital in Lancaster. Oh, there's my mum's name. So my mum's the informant. So she had pneumonia, liver failure, and manic depressive psychosis. So she was 66, relatively young.
Yeah.
It's interesting because that's 1979, so I didn't see my mum during this period. So, yeah. I never knew that that's what happened. Oh, Peg. I'm so relieved, though, that she had time after with her family. You know, that was back in '63, and she lived till 1979, and though she is young, she did come back into her family's life. My mum used to say to me, standards, darling, standards, which is what her mum used to say to her. And I'm thinking, that must have come from being in service. Yeah. Standards, darling, standard. And it's all starting to fall into place now, all these characteristics, of all these things my mum would say that would clearly have come from her mum. It's, it's sort of like the full picture. It's quite a powerful thing.
It is.
It's really helping me put the puzzle together about Peg's life. You know, the background she grew up in, you know, a poor, out-of-work coal miner's daughter having to go away at 15 to work, but then seeing another side of life there, exactly the opposite, which sort of helps you maybe understand what happened to her later in life. I think I was really apprehensive about seeing the hospital she was in. And in my mind, the idea of my grandma being in treatment for her mental health, I had some pretty tough ideas of how that would have been in my head. And I'm so glad that she managed to get the right treatment. She was able to live for a few years in between her visits to hospital and to have treatment. She was able to be a mother and a grandma. I really wanted to talk to Mum yesterday and just be like, Mum, I understand. And I would have been able to tell her more about Peggy and what Peggy went through. It's pretty moving stuff.
After learning more about her grandmother Peggy, Zoe now wants to explore her granddad Bill's side of the family, something Zoe knows nothing about. She's enlisting the help of genealogist Catherine Thompson.
I've compiled this tree for you to have a look at.
Oh, look, family tree. This is fabulous. OK, so we have me, 1970. There's my dad, Johnny, and my mum, Julia. This is Peggy and her husband, Bill, and he's an Anderson, and he is the son of John Anderson and Matilda Jane Temby. So we're going up the Temby side. So she is the daughter of Albert Temby. Albert, the son of James Temby, my great-great-great-grandfather. So who are the Tembys?
Right, well, this document here is from the 1851 census for James Tenby.
So it's the parish of Camborne. Where's Camborne? And it's 249 Centenary Row. So here we have Joanna Temby, profession, copper mine girl. Wow. And then Julia Temby, 26. Mary A. Temby is 21. Richard Temby, 9 years old, and a copper mine boy. That's very young, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And there is James Temby, my great-great-great-grandfather, who at this point, in 1851, is only 2 years old.
Joanna's the head of the family there, but all the rest of them are lodgers.
So how are they related? Do we know? Are they brothers and sisters? Is Joanna the mother of Richard and James?
Possibly, but I don't know.
There's more mystery to unravel.
There is.
Oh, hang on a minute. Cornwall?
Yeah.
Camborne is in Cornwall.
It is, yeah.
So if I want to find out more about the Tembys, I'm imagining I've got to go to Cornwall.
Yeah,
OK.
Find out, yeah.
Hooray!
Having thought her granddad's family were all from the northeast, Zoe has discovered that her 3 times great-grandfather, James Temby, was actually from Cornwall. She now wants to uncover the mystery of who James was living with in 1851 and who his parents were.
Leslie.
Hello.
She is following her roots to Redruth, where she's meeting genealogist and social historian Dr. Leslie Trotter.
It's been really challenging to try and find out about James. And what we've discovered so far is that Joanna, Julia and Mary Ann are sisters.
OK.
And all the evidence is pointing to the fact that it's Julia who is James's mother.
OK, Julia, which is my mum's name.
So take a look at this record.
Yeah. A certified copy of an entry of birth. So name, if any, is John, and he's a boy. Ah, so he's not James when he's
Not
born.
at this point. He's gone by a different name as he's gone slightly older.
As he's got older.
Which isn't that unusual. It does happen in families.
And Julia Temby is his mother. Name and surname of father. It's blank.
Afraid so.
Oh, goodness me. So in those days, would this be quite scandalous?
Yes. A lot of women in this time wouldn't have kept their illegitimate children.
Oh, you're joking. Thank goodness they had each other as sisters. I hope. You're giving me a look. I'm
Yes.
thinking, oh,
Well,
gosh.
it's actually really unusual because you've got a really strong female household here, and they keep their children.
Yes. They were a family unit, living together and going out to work.
And they're working in the local copper mines.
So do you know any more?
Well, we do. There's another document I want to show you, but I'm going to need your help.
OK. This is going to be heavy. Luckily, I've been working on my core.
And we'll carefully support it.
Right. So, put that down. Look at the lock on it. What have we got here? Julia Temby, James's mother. So she's been committed by the magistrates for an offence. Assaulting Mary Gundry. She's assaulted someone.
She has.
So at this point, 1851, James is about 2 or 3 years old. 2 years old. Sentence. Oh, this is her sentence. 6 weeks or pay £2.14.
£2, 14 and sixpence.
I mean, how huge a sum is that to a lass like this?
That would be the equivalent of about 2, possibly 3 months' wages.
Oh, gosh, that's a lot of money then.
That's a lot of money. There's no way she's going to be able to pay that.
So she's been given 6 weeks imprisonment or this fine to pay. Now, is that common for an assault?
Well, it's really interesting. Have a look at the previous entries.
OK, so above, Constance Bennett assaulted Mary Ann Luke. She got 14 days. OK, so that's a lot less.
It's very strange. There's something odd going on here.
OK.
Because the assault is not so bad that it's made the newspapers. If you compare on the next page what they say about Constance and what they say about Julia.
OK, so let's have a look. Constance is married with 1 child.
And Julia below.
OK, and Julia, single, base child. And what does that mean, base child?
She's got an illegitimate child.
An illegitimate child, OK. So totally different treatment for a woman who's married.
Yeah, we
woman who's
don't
on her
know
own.
the circumstances of the assault, but there is this suspicion that she's being judged more harshly because
of her circumstances.
Because of her circumstances.
Which prison was she
This would be Bodmin Jail.
Bodmin Jail.
The county jail.
The big question at this point is, what happened to baby James? Was he in the prison with her and able to stay with his mother, or was he put into the workhouse, or, you know, who knows? Fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to find out a little bit more.
Zoe has travelled to the edge of Bodmin Moor in Cornwall, to the jail where her 4 times great-grandmother was imprisoned. She's meeting its general manager, Jess Martin.
Jess. Zoe, welcome to Bodmin Jail.
The jail is now a museum.
What's your head?
OK. Head down, candle lit.
What you're walking into, Zoe, is the former women's wing of this prison. It eventually became the naval wing, this one, but for your relatives, this is where the women would have been brought.
Goodness me, and you really can't see anything down here, can you?
No, and that's deliberate. This is the dark landing or reception landing. So when you're brought into this prison, you're brought into darkness, and you're going to stay down here until you prove you can behave yourself.
Really? So if you're well behaved, there's a chance you might get to slightly better quarters?
Upstairs are 3 more levels, and there's a glass roof on this building, so the better behaved you are, the closer to the light you'll move. And that's the key to this place. It's a reform prison. It's the first one to be built in the UK, and its whole premise was to improve your behaviour and change your outlook in life.
So, Jess, is it likely that James would have come in here with Julia?
There was nowhere else for him to go and no other means to support him.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Well, I can show you an example of the kind of cell they might both have been in. It's just behind you.
OK, let's have a look. Oh my goodness me, this is... Gosh, stone all around you, very, very dark, and a simple bed made from straw, obviously the mattress, very drafty. Yeah, that's tough living, isn't it? I think it's pretty devastating to think of a 2-year-old living in these conditions. It must have been terrifying for both of them.
They'd have come through the main gatehouse, 5 sets of gates. They'd have had their hair shaved off to stop head lice. They'd have been given their prison uniform.
Was it very sort of strict conditions that
it's really
heads
strict
down and
conditions.
Yeah.
It's a silent prison. There is no talking. Trying to keep a 2-year-old quiet, I should think, was quite a challenge.
So it really is the whole act here. Yeah.
Her behaviour is marked as orderly. So she's made an effort for her and for James to get herself out of here as quickly. As she can.
That's a big relief.
Following in the footsteps of her ancestors, Zoe is staying the night in one of the cells in Bodmin Jail. Luckily for her, part of the historic prison is now a hotel.
As I fell asleep last night, I couldn't help but think about Julia and James and how their experience would be very different to mine, because this is a hotel now and I was under a 15-tog duvet. And I will admit, I did sleep with the light on. It's not spooky at all. For little James, you know, he was 2 years old. What a terrifying place to be living. And you wonder how much that affected the rest of his life. I hope that things got a little better for him.
Zoe has come to Cornwall's south coast to meet up with Dr. Leslie Trotter again. Leslie has uncovered what happened to James Tenby after his turbulent early years.
Well, let's look at this document.
It's a marriage. Good news. OK, let's see. When is this? Where's the date?
It's the 6th of October.
Yeah.
And it's actually happening within the month of Julia leaving prison.
My 4 times great-grandmother marrying a man called William Ivy. Let's hope he's a good sort.
Well, he's a widower.
Yeah.
And he's much older than she is.
OK.
Julia's about 25 now. He's 49.
OK.
He's recently lost his wife, but he has 7 children.
Wow.
So he's in need of a new mother for his children.
For his children. It sounds quite hectic. 8 kids.
And it gets more so.
OK.
Because Julia and William go on to have another 6 children.
My goodness me!
And there's more.
There's more good news.
More good news.
I can't believe it. Oh. This wedding's a go-go. We are now in 1867. James Tenby, 19 years old, marries Mary Ann Rogers, my 3 times great-grandmother, who's 21 years old. James is now a lead miner. Do they have any kids?
Ah.
Oh, I hope so. The only thing with this show is you never know how long this happy streak is going to last. I'm making the most of it, Leslie.
We're doing all right.
So, 1868, January the 7th, William James Rogers, male, is born to James Tenby and Mary Ann Rogers. Not long after that wedding, in 67.
Not quite long enough, is it?
Not quite long enough, but...
He's doing the right thing
Yeah.
by her.
Ooh, hang on a minute. On the island of Guernsey. How on earth do they end up in Guernsey?
This is a very crucial time in Cornish mining history.
In the 1860s, competition from foreign mines led to a collapse in the price of Cornish copper. This forced pits to close and thousands to lose their livelihood. Around 20% of Cornwall's male population left to find work elsewhere, often taking their families with them. Guernsey had a thriving granite industry, and there were opportunities in the quarries for hard-working men like James Tenby.
James and Mary Ann have gone over with her mother and her stepfather, and also her sister and her husband. So they've gone over as a family unit.
And you're so rooting for them to do well. Does this carry on, Leslie?
Unfortunately...
Oh, I knew we had a run of too much good luck. We have James Tenby, his wife, Mary Ann there, and their 2 children. When sent, whither sent, so on the 16th of August, 1869, they have been sent to Plymouth. Length of residence here, 2 years. Oh, goodness me, reasons why sent. Destitute.
Yes.
So the work has dried up.
And it's not just them being sent back.
OK. So the whole family group
are being deported from Guernsey because they...
Actually being deported from Guernsey?
Because they can't support themselves anymore. And Guernsey was rather notorious. And at this point in time, they're sending about 10,000 people out of the islands. Widows, children, foreigners, anybody who might be a drain on the community.
So they're going back, and are they going to be able to find work back home?
Well, let me show you the next document.
Yeah. Another birth, 1875, in the county of Durham. OK, so they have moved again. Matilda Jane, such a lovely name, is born to James Tenby and Mary Ann Tenby. Occupation of father, coal miner. Starting to see now how my mum's side of the family were in that area.
And that was a very common move for people, miners from Cornwall at that point.
The mark of James Tenby, father, Lane Ends, Hunwick.
That's about 400 miles from where we are now.
From here?
Yeah.
Flippin' heck.
Zoe has discovered that by 1875, her 3 times great-grandparents, James and Mary Ann Tenby, had moved to Hunwick in County Durham, near to where her mum Julia grew up.
It's strange, I'm actually following the footsteps of my 3 times great-grandfather James and his family now, travelling from Cornwall to County Durham. It's pretty impressive to see how far a family would travel to find work right across the country. I'm really invested in their future now. These are my people. I need to know they're OK.
One man who knows James and Mary Ann's new home in Hunwick well is local author John Pallister.
Hello, John.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. I'm hoping you might be able to help me. My 3 times great-grandfather, James Tenby, and his family moved up here from Cornwall late 1800s, and I believe they settled in Lane Ends.
This is Lane End. When your family was here in the 1870s, this whole area would have been full of houses. But all the houses were knocked down. And so I've got here an 1890 trade directory. Can you see anybody on there related to you?
So we've got all the names. There's the Stitts and the Stobbs, the Sunters, and there's James Tenby.
There you are, you found him.
He's a fruiterer.
That's basically a greengrocer.
Ah, so I guess if all these families are moving up here, everyone's working in the coal industry, more people you need
services.
you need your services. Yeah, a greengrocer. Is he still working down the mine?
Yeah, at that time, a lot of families, the wives would run the shops and the men would be down the mines.
Okay.
So they'd be proper entrepreneurs.
John has arranged for Zoe to meet another Tenby descendant in the local pub.
Hello! I'm so...
Hello.
You might be a relative of mine.
I am. It's so lovely to meet you.
What's your name?
My name's Karen.
Karen, I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh.
James and Mary Ann Tenby are Karen's 2 times great-grandparents and Zoe's 3 times great-grandparents, making Karen and Zoe third cousins once removed.
So this is the greengrocers that James and Mary Ann Tenby set up when they moved up from down south.
There it is. Oh, you can see some of the supplies in the window. It's a nice stack of eggs there.
And we're looking here at Mary Ann Tenby.
There she is. So outside the greengrocers, when James was probably down the mine during the day,
Absolutely,
being a
he would
coal
have been,
miner.
yeah.
So there she is. She's got her pinny on. She's ready to work. It's so wonderful to see their faces.
Makes it real, doesn't it?
It really does.
OK, and there's one more document, Zoe, for you.
Oh, the death of Mr. James Tenby in 1920. By the death of Mr. James Tenby, which took place on Friday morning last, Hunwick has lost one of its standards. Oh, makes me think of my mum. The deceased gentleman was well known in the district and was held in the highest esteem. Isn't this fabulous to read about this man? Hailing from the south of England over 40 years ago, Mr. Tenby has resided in Hunwick and the surrounding district ever since. His death occurred at the age of 73 years. He leaves a family of 3 sons and 2 daughters, all married. Oh, James. He lived till he was 73. Isn't it wonderful to know that he was so respected?
It's lovely, isn't it?
Him and his family.
Absolutely.
And that they did, you know, they moved around so much to try and find work and so he could feed his family, but they found their place and they settled. James, bless you.
Lovely to see, isn't it?
Really lovely to see.
You know, I started out knowing so little about my mum's and dad's families.
And the adventure I thought I was going on, or the places I thought I might go to, well, it's turned out that I was quite wrong. I've always had that thing of it doesn't matter where you live, it's the people you're with and what you're doing there, and you can make a home anywhere that you have to be. And that is something that I have seen from my ancestors, that they have very much had to do to follow to wherever life took them, where the work was, you know, to survive. And the strength and resilience that they've shown, and that family was really important to all of them. And it's kind of been really hard to do this without Mum, because she was so part of this experience. And I want to ring her up at the end of every day and just say, guess what, I found out now. And I know she'd be really chuffed.
Details of organisations offering help and support with mental health or self-harm are available on the Action Line pages of the BBC website, or you can call for free at any time to hear recorded information on 08000 155 998.